This company made $47,000 last month. It has no employees, no freelancers, no interns, no humans involved at all. Every customer email is answered by an AI agent. Every marketing campaign is planned, written, and launched by another one. There is an agent that monitors revenue, an agent that handles refunds, and an agent whose only job is to decide when the other agents need help and then go hire more agents. This is not a thought experiment. This is not a concept video. This is a real business running right now, and for the next 30 days, I'm going to try to build one exactly like it from scratch. No employees, no virtual assistants, no human labor of any kind, except mine, and only at the beginning. The goal is to set it up, step away, and see what happens. This is day one. Before I touch a single tool, I need to be honest about something. 6 months ago, I would have called this idea ridiculous. The phrase AI agent used to mean a chatbot with a fancy wrapper. But something shifted in early 2026, and it happened fast. The big AI labs didn't just release smarter models, they released models that can use tools, models that can browse the web, write and execute code, read and send emails, connect to payment systems, and, this is the important part, call other AI models to delegate subtasks. That last piece is what changed everything, because once an AI can delegate work to another AI, you don't have automation anymore. You have something that starts to look like an organization. People online are calling these ghost teams, solo founders running entire companies where every department, marketing, sales, support, operations, is staffed by autonomous agents. No Slack channels, no stand-ups, no payroll, just agents talking to agents executing tasks around the clock. So that is the experiment. Let's build one. Day one. Choosing the business. I'm not going to overthink this. The product needs to be digital, fully deliverable without human involvement, and simple enough that an AI agent can handle every step of fulfillment. I'm going with a niche newsletter and micro course bundle. Here's why. The content can be generated and curated by AI, the delivery is just email, the payment is a one-time Stripe checkout, and customer support is basically 3 questions. Where's my access? Can I get a refund? And do you offer bulk pricing? An agent can handle all 3. I write a single prompt describing the business, the audience, the product, and the tone of voice. This prompt becomes the constitution. Every agent I build from this point forward will reference it as its core instructions. Day 2. Assembling the ghost team. Here's where it gets interesting. I need to fill 5 roles. First, a content agent. Its job is to research trending topics in my niche, draft newsletter editions, and assemble the micro-course modules. It pulls from web search, synthesizes information, and writes in a voice I've defined. Second, a marketing agent. This one writes ad copy, schedules social media posts, and creates landing page variations. It doesn't guess what works. It reads the performance data from previous posts and iterates. Third, a sales page agent. This is a narrow, focused agent. It builds and maintains the Stripe checkout page, writes the sales copy, and runs basic A/B tests on headlines. Fourth, a support agent. It monitors the customer inbox, answers questions, processes refund requests under a set dollar threshold, and escalates anything it can't handle, not to me, but to a decision-making agent. Fifth, and this is the one that makes the whole thing work, a manager agent. The manager doesn't produce anything, it watches. It reviews reports from the other 4 agents, spots problems, and decides what to do about them. If the content agent is producing material that isn't getting engagement, the manager tells it to change direction. If the support agent is getting a spike in refund requests, the manager flags the pattern and adjusts the sales page agent's copy. The manager is the closest thing this company has to a CEO, and it is not human. Days 3 through 5, wiring it all together. This is the unglamorous part. I'm using a combination of tools to connect these agents. Model Context Protocol, MCP, is the glue. It gives each agent a standardized way to talk to external services. Stripe, email, analytics platforms, social media schedulers. Each agent has its own set of permissions. The support agent can issue refunds up to $20. The marketing agent can spend up to $50 a day on ads. The manager agent can override any of them, but it cannot change the core constitution prompt. That stays locked. That's my one safeguard. I test every connection manually. I send fake customer emails and watch the support agent respond. I trigger a refund request and confirm the money actually moves. I ask the content agent to produce a newsletter draft and review it for quality. It's good, not perfect, but good. Day 6. I press the button. The landing page goes live. The marketing agent starts posting. The content agent sends the first newsletter to a seed list I built, and then I close my laptop. Day 8. The first sale. I check the dashboard for the first time in 2 days. There are 11 purchases. Total revenue, $319. The support agent has already answered 4 emails. I read the responses. They are polite, accurate, and faster than I would have been. The marketing agent has posted 14 times across 2 platforms. 2 of those posts outperform the others by a wide margin, and here's the part that made my stomach drop a little. The marketing agent had already noticed. It had shifted its next batch of posts to match the tone and format of the winners. Nobody told it to do that. It just did. Day 14, the halfway point. Revenue so far, $2,112. Not life-changing money. But remember, I haven't worked since day 5. I haven't answered a single email. I haven't written a single word of content. I haven't touched an ad. The agents have been running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The content agent has published 6 newsletter editions. The marketing agent has run 19 ad variations and killed the ones that weren't working. The support agent has handled 31 customer interactions with a satisfaction rate I'd estimate at about 90%. And the manager agent has made 4 interventions. It told the content agent to shorten its newsletters after engagement dropped on edition 3. It told the marketing agent to pause spending on one platform that wasn't converting. It approved a price increase from $29 to $39 after noticing the refund rate was near 0. A price increase decided by an AI agent based on data without asking me. Day 21. The first real problem. A customer posts a negative review on social media. The tone is angry. The complaint is legitimate. One of the course modules had outdated information because the content agent pulled from a source that was 6 months old. The support agent sees the post and drafts a response. But here's the thing. The manager agent intercepts it. It decides the response needs to include a concrete fix, not just an apology. So it instructs the content agent to update the module first, then tells the support agent to respond with a link to the corrected version. The entire cycle, detection, diagnosis, fix, response, takes 43 minutes, no human involved. I find out about it 4 hours later when I check the logs. Day 30, the final count. Total revenue, $6,814. Total expenses, ad spend, API costs, hosting, $1,091. Net profit, $5,723 in 30 days with 0 employees, and roughly 12 hours of my own time, almost all of it concentrated in the first 5 days. Now, here is where I have to be careful, because this is the part of the video where most creators would tell you to go do exactly what I did. They'd sell you a course, they'd give you a step-by-step blueprint. I'm not going to do that. Because there are things about this experiment that genuinely concern me. The system worked, but it worked in a way that I didn't fully control. The manager agent made decisions I didn't anticipate. Some of them were good decisions, better than what I would have made, but I didn't make them. And in a business with real stakes, with bigger revenue, with sensitive customer data, with regulatory obligations, that lack of control is not a feature, it is a risk. There's also the security question. Every one of these agents has access to real systems, real money, real customer emails. Right now, the biggest emerging threat in cybersecurity is something called agent injection. where an attacker sends a carefully crafted message that manipulates an AI agent into doing something it shouldn't, issuing unauthorized refunds, leaking customer data, changing its own instructions. I had basic permission stacks in place, but basic is not enough, not if you're running a real business. And then there's the deeper question. If a single person can run a company with AI agents that generate 5 or 6 figures a month, what happens to the millions of people who currently do those jobs? I don't have a clean answer for that. Nobody does right now. What I do know is this: the technology is here, it works, it is not theoretical, and it is going to get dramatically better in the next 12 months. The question is not whether ghost teams will become normal, they will. The question is whether you will be the person building the ghost team or the person being replaced by one. I don't say that to scare you. I say it because this is the most important shift in how businesses are built since the internet, and the window to understand it, to get ahead of it, to position yourself on the right side of it. That window is open right now, but it will not stay open forever. If this was useful, subscribe. I'll be publishing the full breakdown of every agent I built, every tool I used, and every mistake I made in a follow-up video next week. I'll see you then.